So today is a new moon, like my shirt. I honestly don't know that much about astrology, but it comes up in my feed. I do know that new moons are a good time to set intentions and to set intentions of what you want to create in your life. And from what I've heard, this new moon is good for like nurturing. We're also in like a retrograde of Mercury, which affects our communication and things like that, technology. But apparently because of that, the energy might take us back to like nostalgic type memories, our inner child, or past even relationships and things like that. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because once you can understand the flow of energy, you can ride with the flow and it'll make things kind of easier instead of like scheduling things out because it makes like logistical sense for you. But it may just not be the energy that is kind of in the air, in the atmosphere at the moment. So right now, the energy is very like open to emotions. Cancer is a water sign, and for the most part, water signs are known to kind of, I don't know if have the heart on their sleeve is the right term, but like be more emotional. Oh, my sister's calling. Hold on. My sister called. We're gonna go get a burrito and share it from Filiberto's, and we go to Starbucks and hang out for a bit. She lives like 5 minutes from me, so I'm gonna go pick her up, and we're gonna do that before I go to my clock-in job. Anyways, I paint my nails in the car because mom life, right? You squeeze it in where you can. And I like to do it this way because I'm sitting here and it's the only time I sit still enough to let my nails dry. Anyways, I just wanted to let you guys know that the energy today, and really for like the last probably day or two and going forward, they say like 3 days around the new moon. So total, I think. I don't know. It would be a good time to go back and check in with any like suppressed emotions or things that maybe have been wanting to come up to the surface. You might feel a little emotional because of it being in Cancer. Usually the full moon is what kind of brings everything here, and like you can't really avoid it. You just are like, things feel heavy or emotional. It's like, why do I feel like this? But today's a new moon. Last night I was getting ready to go to sleep, and this YouTuber that I follow, Anika, I love her. She's been uploading her messages at midnight, and usually at night after I put the girls to bed, I'll post some videos, and kind of midnight is like my unofficial bedtime for me to just like, all right, we gotta stop, turn it off and go to bed, Vanessa. But like she posted a video and she hadn't done it at midnight in a few days, and I was like, I gotta play it even if I play it while I'm falling asleep because it's great. And she was like reminding me about the new moon today, and I was like, oh yeah. And she was like suggesting a ritual, and I was like, oh yeah. So I literally got out of bed and I put some water in a mason jar, and then I put water in my half-gallon mason jar pitcher, and I put hibiscus leaves in there because I like to make a moon sun tea on these nights. And she was just talking about the energy of it, and I just had this really cool moment this morning where I brought back the water and the tea. I like to use the water for my ocean vase that I have in the middle of our table, so that the energy just kind of, because it'll evaporate in the house and the water molecules will literally be in the atmosphere. And so I like to do that. Once I clean it out, I'll put it in there. But I made some hibiscus tea out of the water that was under the light of the new moon, the dark new moon. And I put a few crystals out there, and I set some intentions, and I like to put it straight on the earth. And it was pretty cool. I did like a cool little ritual around it. And this morning she was like, you can drink a little bit of the water every so often and set your intention with it, because you speak into water and water holds memory. And so I made the tea and I poured myself a glass this morning and I drank it. And I looked up because I have words everywhere in my house. I love words. And I have prayers, I have affirmations, I have reminders, I have all these things. I have intentions. And I look up right where like I put my cups and my phone and stuff, and I put a little prayer right there like a week ago. And it was like a prayer of like me pausing in the moment, especially of like overstimulation. I gotta go pick up my sister. And I was like, oh, it hadn't even occurred to me to like, you know how I just said you can speak words and intentions into water, and the water holds the memory, so then you can like kind of drink it and be in that intention and that energy of whatever you're trying to create. And I looked up and I saw this prayer that I had written, and I was like, whenever I'm losing my shit, I come back here and I read this prayer and I recenter, and it was like, Spirit, please help me. It's a really beautiful prayer. Maybe I'll insert it here later. Future me. Okay, future me here. Okay, so this is the prayer. It starts, pause, breathe, ask, receive. And so the prayer is the ask part. Spirit, guide my words and choices to understand, guide, and support a compassionate and humane experience with the girls and myself. Give us the wisdom, self-awareness, and accountability to cultivate a harmonious culture in our family and home. Allow us to be willing to view the situation from one another's perspective and to lead with love. And then I spoke it over my hibiscus tea, and I just drink it. Cheers. I think those are so funny. But I said the prayer out loud when I had the water and the tea in front of me, and I kind of spoke that prayer into the water. And because last night when I did like a little guided meditation after I did the ritual for like the new moon, I kind of went into like this story of like when I was little and how I used to show up in a way where I thought I had to be the one to like help my mom and like even be like somewhat like emotionally supportive there. And just because, you know, things kind of just unfold in families and you just kind of fill the role where like you kind of fit in. And that's what it was for me. And then I was taken back to my mom and my abuelita, her mom, and when she was little and how she was like her right-hand man, her right-hand girl. Like my mom dropped out of school when she was in 4th grade to stay home and help my grandma with everything around the house. My grandma had 10 kids, and my mom was not the oldest girl, but the oldest girl that lived with them. So she was basically like the second in charge of the women. And I was like, my affirmation for me was like, you're not responsible to take care of your mom, and you're not responsible to help her. You're only invited to appreciate your mom. And I was thinking about my daughters with me and how, you know, they're not responsible to help me. They're not responsible to like support me, but I do expect them to appreciate what I provide for them, whether it's emotional support and like, you know, they're kids. So like you got to kind of like teach them that language and just like kind of through embody it yourself and exemplifying it in that way. Like it becomes kind of the culture in the home, in the family, and in our lives. But it was kind of cool because I was like going back and seeing the parallels between my mom and her mom, my mom and me, and then my daughters and me. And it was just a really beautiful moment of like looking back at my relationship with my mom and then her relationship with her mom with compassion, and also like the parallels between my mothering journey. And it was just really beautiful. Like, and that's the energy that we're invited into of like whatever kind of experiences that you have that maybe you've been wanting to like go back into, and you've like noticed these patterns, and it's like, I really want to like bring redemption to this relationship or this thought pattern or whatever it is. This energy is something that you can move and flow with to like go back and revisit that in like kind of a meditative prayer, like stillness type state. And it was really beautiful. And then this morning I was like, it's so fitting because I was like, would I speak over my water? Usually I do like words. I'm big on like kind of singular words. I'm like joy, love, or like something like that. Liberation, you know, peace. And it's kind of, honestly, it felt kind of bland until today. I kind of had this almost like an aha experience of like, oh shit, like I love prayer. I love prayer. I can literally speak prayers into my water, and as I drink the water, like these prayers come alive to me and in and through me. And I was like, that's so cool. Because honestly, it feels like this the memory that water holds is like spirit. It can be spirit itself. Water is just so magical. It's a whole other conversation. But it was really beautiful. So that's just one example of how you can use the energy around you if you're aware of it, and you don't have to have like a full understanding. I feel like the information, it's so vast, it can be daunting to be like try to understand it. But honestly, it comes up in my feed. I'm like, okay, cool, I have it. I put the new moon and the full moon on my calendar, so like I'm aware of it. And when it comes up, especially if it comes up in my feed, I'm like, oh, this must be like the direction that I'm invited to go in, and just kind of like use my own intuition and discernment about it, and feel the energy out and flow with it. And it was just really cool. So I just wanted to let you know that energy is there today or tomorrow. You don't have to do the water thing. It could just be as simple as you taking a moment to like either journal, or like before you go to bed, just kind of close your eyes and kind of feel what comes up for you and walk into that. Through the guided meditation that I did, she was like kind of having us do like this visualization where like we went back and we found for me, like the little girl, my inner child me. And I was like in my room and it was dark, and I was like, it's not your job to take care of people. It's not your job to help people. And you're going to be just fine. And I was like, I got you. Like, I got you. We're good. We're so good. And it was just a really sweet moment of like just going back to like coddle her, to let her know that like she doesn't have to perform to earn love anywhere, and that she's always loved. And just, all these kind of things that you would say to any child that is kind of in a state of like, just, I don't know, a little bit of misalignment. But it was really beautiful and sweet. And let me know if you want the meditation. I can post it for you. Okay, bye. I'm so excited to see my sister.